Feminine women choose peace over being right. Here's why. I'm going to take a dive into this topic today. It is one that is so fun and that I'm always so passionate to talk with women about because it is really something that allows us to feel like the most feminine embodied version of ourselves. For those of you new to my channel, I would love to invite you to subscribe. I release a video weekly. So let's dive into this. Number one. Being right doesn't build a bridge, it builds a divide. For the woman who has a little bit of an addiction or a compulsion to be right, to have the last word, to just get that last comment in, or to have the final say in any texture this opens up for you, where are you sacrificing intimacy in favor of being right and having that final say? And notice as you bring your attention to this, where it leaves you feeling hard, less connected, less soft, less trusting, less open in your body, right? Being right only will feel good very momentarily, but choosing peace and allowing others to figure it out will allow us to be soft, open, more compassionate for ourselves, more patient, give grace, all of these things that feel really, really soothing and just rightful within our bodies, right? And so we're paying attention to the long game. Do I scratch that or do I stretch myself, right? And we practice being peaceful, feeling ease, making all of these things enjoy, contentment, allowing. We make all of this more important than getting the final word or just being right. Number two, it feels really good to let go and surrender what we can't control when we start to really recognize that the only person we have control over is ourselves. We just stop intervening. This is kind of part of that rescuer dynamic that I've talked about in other videos, where it's we just think that we got to inform other people, educate other people, show them the way, fix them, make them our project, these sorts of things. But when we move from all that doing more to being, like just being the embodiment of what we want to see more of in this world, we just can let go of all of that and we can just make that conscious choice to control only ourselves and the way we want to feel and the way we want to be remembered and show up in this world, which feels so much more empowering than going into the waters feeling like we have to inform another or inform the masses or warn them about something, right? This is where we really become the change we want to see through modeling it versus kind of getting out the microphone or the megaphone and kind of shouting to everybody what needs to happen. This feels absolutely exhausting and depleting. And for any of you that have done this or have had jobs or roles in which you've fallen into where you've had to do this, just notice the distinction when you begin to let go and take over just yourself and give that control only to you and the way you're choosing to consciously show up and meet the moment. Staying in our own lane invites us into total freedom and love. Because when we are staying in our own lane, we are essentially saying to another, I'm going to let you do you. I'm going to see who you are. And I'm going to decide if the way you love and the way you approach life works for me. But I'm not going to try to mold and shape you and fix you into the version that suits me or that I think is better. I'm not going to adjust you. I'm going to observe you and I'm going to see who you are, right? Again, we're saying this to ourselves. We're not telling a person this, but I'm going to see who you are and I'm going to watch how you love. And I'm going to watch how you meet others, and I'm going to watch how you treat your friends, your mother, the server, the barista. I'm going to observe you, and I'm going to decide how that works for me. And I'm going to make the choice that's right for me and that's inclusive of everyone as a whole from that space of observation. and detachment, right? But I'm not going to go trying to fix and adjust you and say, oh, you should have done it this way, or, oh, this is the way I do it. No, 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 no. Like, you're going to see who another person is. And again, this doesn't mean you don't call someone out when it's appropriate or say, hey, like, I want to better understand because this is like part of my value system. And I'm curious to hear how you value this, right? Like, you're still approaching it honestly, heartfeltly, and with curiosity, but you're also really observing who another person is and deciding from this very discerning, thoughtful space, how does this work for me? Can they love me the way I want to be loved? And maybe the answer is yes. And maybe it's no, but it doesn't have to be this deeply personal attack or dramatic thing. It can just be what it is. And in this, you really do invite a much more loving, free capacity for others to be as they are and for you to feel emboldened and empowered in choosing yourself and choosing what's ultimately right for you in this life. So I would love to hear how this supports you in any stage of love you're navigating right now. For those of you that are interested in taking a deeper dive into my work, I would love to invite you to sign up for the personalized week of support with me. This is just a flexible way of coaching where I can support all time zones. And it really is a week for you to have me in your back pocket through one-to-one boxer support, deeply customized. And we also can go quite deep in this little week to really take away some powerful skills that can support you in your transformation. So I will link that below, and I look forward to your comments and seeing you all next week. Much love.